It might be your first time listening to this noise. You might think, what kind of disturbing imbalance of noise this is? But after this video, you'll listen to this noise and think otherwise. Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm a graduate of class of 2025 from Edinburgh College of Art. I'm going to walk back to the journey that I had over the past year, developing and finishing my graduate collection. Korean culture isn't so much of a new or unfamiliar concept for many. As a person with Korean heritage, I wanted to introduce something new to the world, which was musuk, a very unique part of Korean culture. Mudang, a religious figure or a performer that the god deliberately chose as a medium between the god and the people, is key in my concept as they have to endure the new life that they had no intention to be a part of as the god chose them. They have physical and emotional scars from the process of becoming a mudang, which isn't a planned life path for many. I wanted to make my concept more personal by making direct connection with my insecurity. My journey as a fashion student wasn't anywhere easy. My struggles was somehow reflected physically with my acne, which I believe is an allergic reaction from dust. However, despite the physical and emotional pain of having a troublesome skin, I now view it as an honorable badge that shows how much of endurance and resilience I had with what I wish to do. Now the acne is a lot better. Maybe that reflects my change in perspective.
Fashion is representation of who the wearer wants to be. We often use fashion as a medium that shows the mood, the social position, and confidence that we have or wish to have about us. I was inspired by the various accessories that mudangs use to connect themselves with the god they serve and to serve the traditional role as a performer that the mudangs had in the past. Therefore, my collection follows its path to an accessory integrated collection. My creative process ignites with 3D experiments. I wanted to portray the organic curves that ancient trees tend to have. Trees are an important symbol of the presence of God in Korean culture.
Many ancient villages have spirit trees that quote-unquote protects the people. Who dress the trees up to make the gods happy. In terms of the tree barks and the hanging structure of the fabric of the tree branches resulted in the pivoting drape and central line method of silhouette development. Pivot drape replicates the curves of the trees and endless cycle of life that the religion follows. Following a central line and connecting the end of the fabric back to the start of the central line, I could have a method that acted as a mother dough for many drape work that I have in this collection. Repeating the structure in identical manner with different fabric itself was enough to have balance between cohesiveness and variety. Central line method is an alteration of thought that I have explored for the skirt and headwear pieces. The ones require flow and flexibility. By minimizing the connection between the flow and the base, I could come up with a structured garment that paradoxically exploits the flexibility. Apart from the creative pattern cutting, I kept my intent to make wearable apparel by maintaining the validity of flat pattern cutting and tailoring in the collection. Many of menswear, especially look 4, demonstrates tailoring and precise pattern cutting skills. Balancing the conceptual interpretation of the concepts such as look 6, look 3, and 4 act as the weight that allows the collection to be a part of a ready-to-wear collection. The accessories are present in many of the looks in form of draped headwear and metal body pieces paired with organza. I interpreted accessories as a symbol of power as it occupies space. Metal accessories in look 2 and 3 shows dramatic change in silhouette as the accessories are added on top of the base look. I used welding and spot welding technique to create metal frames. The design of culture frames were inspired by the water lily petals, which often appears in traditional folk culture of many Asian countries. The concept of skin and fashion's role of being a second skin for a wearer led to choice of sheer fabrics such as organza and power net. With the translucent quality of the material, the add-on silhouettes on top of the body or another base fabric, the concept of shell was demonstrated. My collection is a journey of recognizing the beauty and accepting the true self. Mudangs found their new identity as the religious figure by accepting what life throws at them. I could find my new identity and perspective by accepting my quote-unquote ugliness that I used to despise. The lesson that I've learned, and one that I wish to convey in this collection, was that we need to see ourselves to be able to love ourselves. The message is repeated as a symbol that I created with my own language. Musok is recognized with its talisman that is used to bring in good lucks and clear away bad lucks. Following the basic rule of the talisman calligraphy, I reinterpreted Chinese characters that demonstrates the message and connected the strokes to create a monogram-like symbol. The symbolic mark was 3D printed and used as the face shield for look 4 and 6. The covering of face might mean many different things. The redness of the prints are like my acne scars. The covering of the face also reflects the changing identity or even the attempt to hide the true self due to the pain of looking at the unveiled self. What comes to mind to you? Do you see the attempt to break through the shell? The beading that appears in many garments in bright red detail following the seams like blood veins symbolize the blood, physical and emotional, that it takes to go on a self-recognition journey of loving oneself. Recognizing and facing the true self isn't always easy. However, the painful process of breaking through the ugliness of self and enduring the emotional storm about ourselves, we finally get to love ourselves, the true self under the cover. Paradoxically, this collection celebrates the breaking of the shell by creating a beautiful shell. Veil that unveils is what I wish to create as a designer. Loving and expressing the me with fashion is what I want people wearing my work to be able to do. Thank you.